everybody, and welcome to I Am Significant. I missed you guys so much. The whole fact that I couldn't say, all these days, welcome to I Am Significant. So, I don't know how much you guys missed me, but I did. And so you must be wondering that, okay, the new whole setup and a little chilled out atmosphere, what is it all about? It is the second season of I Am Significant. Yes, second season. When our company and the team, we started with I Am Significant and the first season, the first episode, we had no clue where we were going. It was just a platform we were giving to women entrepreneurs so that they feel special, they feel that they are significant, and we actually had no roadmap. We were just going. But when the first season got over, everybody was like, "Okay, when are you guys starting?" And we got so much love, so much appreciation, and everybody went gaga over the first season that we thought that, okay, let's start. We are getting so much love as a team, as a production house, as an anchor. So here we are with the second season. The first season we spoke about women and their the path that they took, the family problems, their finances, how they managed everything. So it was kind of like the first notch. This season we'll go like a notch higher. So we'll talk about the procedures. Yeah, difficult, heavy. Yeah, okay. So the procedure, how they make the stuff that they make. Okay. And a couple of other things. One of that is self-actualization, the word I learned only yesterday. So we will unravel it slowly, and I'm going to learn more of it slowly with my guests and with you. And a couple of other things as well, which no, actually, you know what? Let's just do. Let's just talk to the guest. I can't keep her waiting. She is Priya Jain, who is a soap maker. Yeah, that's a very different field, yes? A soap maker. Let's welcome Priya Jain. Hi, Priya.
Hi, Ahana. That was a really lovely introduction.
Everybody sees that. Okay, so give me like a very brief, give the viewers a very brief introduction about you.
So I didn't really study to be a soap maker, which is what the typical pattern of most young people is. We finish our graduation in a certain field. Of course, the trend is changing over the last couple of years, but when I was studying, let's say for instance, I studied to be a journalist. So I went and lived that dream for about 6 to 7 years. And then there was always this thing, when people would ask me, what are you going to do when you grow up? Always knew I would get into business eventually, but there was no clarity on what I'm going to do, so when you're in your early 20s, you're just like, I'm doing this job and it's really something that I'm enjoying, but what is it that is my destiny? You're always wondering. And then suddenly I stumbled upon the world of handmade soaps one day, and there's been literally no looking back. I learned how to make soap. I made soap. I experimented a lot. I still experiment a lot. And yeah, today I am a soap maker, which is exciting, but it's another dream I'm living. So I think that way, if you look at it, I've really had a very small bucket list, but it's a good thing to know that you've kicked most of it off. Like you've ticked most of it off, not kicked. Sorry.
Okay, so let me also tell the viewers that Mishi Crafts.
Yes.
Yeah, they say it correctly?
Yes.
All right, so Mishi Crafts, that's her company. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like the lovely soaps she made. It smells of vanilla, and so this started because of her niece. It's named after her, and yeah, so we can go directly into the procedure of how you make a soap. Yeah,
Okay.
so tell us.
So there's, I'll give you a quick crash course right now because there's no other way to do this. There's no, I could tell you the long format, but I think a little bit of it has also been short. So there are two ways of doing this. There's one which is a very simple combination of caustic soda, also called lye, sodium hydroxide. These are the names of the same thing. Mix that with water, mix that with oil. That's it. That's soap. It's as simple as that.
Is it NaCl by any chance?
It's NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So if you can make tea, you can make soap. It's that simple. And from the time I've started, I've always been telling people, make soap, because end of day, what you're putting on your skin and you're putting it every day, some people do it twice, it's very important to know what goes into the composition of the ingredients, right? Like, we never even think about it. It's so easy to go to a supermarket, buy something and use it, but we don't really think of the long-term repercussions. A lot of people complain about sensitive skin, dry skin, but there are solutions right there in your kitchen. Like, it's that simple. So one of the procedures is, of course, using the 3 ingredients that I mentioned. Those are the 3 main things. People, of course, add in a lot of essential oils. So the soap I made it with a red clay, which is a French red clay. So it's kind of imported by a dealer in Delhi, and then he sends it across for me. So there's a lot of things that can go into a soap. You know, you can make it with anything that you remember from your childhood. I can tell you it can be converted into a soap, and I can tell you the procedure to do it. If you're talking haldi and doodh, milk and turmeric, which is the most popular thing, every mother has fed it to their child. If you didn't have that, you were a very lucky child. Also, your mom probably didn't know the easiest solutions that are in tradition, right? So you can make it with any additive that you want. You can, I mean, there's a whole world out there that you can explore in terms of soap making. That is the most basic way of doing it. Then there's a more complicated way of doing it. You would have seen designer soaps.
Yes.
There have been a lot of popular brands that would come out with like really highly fragrant soaps. So that's another level that you give to your soap making. Then there's an easier procedure for people who find the idea of lye very scary. So lye is like the only dangerous component in the beginning of soap making.
Okay.
After that, it's all easy to go. There's nothing that'll harm you in any way and stuff. But so the other easier procedure is using glycerin. So that there's no harm. I mean, except if you drop the hot solution on your body, then of course that goes again. I go back to the tea example. If you're going to make hot tea and you pour it on yourself, you're still going to get burned. So it's not beyond that. The degree of risk that you have in making soap is not more than the degree of risk you run in making a cup of tea. So these are these 2 commonly used procedures for soap making. And you need like a regular, maybe a bunch of spoons, a blender, and you're set.
So how do you start?
So what you do is you need to have exact measurements.
Okay.
That is the one thing that can actually potentially damage your soap in no other way. So when I say you have to have exact measurements, you need to know what oils you're using.
Okay.
So today, like what I used was palm oil.
Okay.
Which is, again, it's very debatable. It's a highly controversial topic, but then it's very, very good for skin. So, you know, it's one of the soap makers' favorite oils because it gives you good soaps. It gives you very, very nice on the feel area, very good on the skin. Also, it's easily available. You can get it at a local supermarket. You don't have to go hunting for special oils. Everything else that you add in can be a little difficult to find. So, palm, coconut, sesame oil, these are all easy to find oils. You can use them for soap making. Also, so what I've used today was basically palmolin. Then I added caustic soda into the water, and these have to be in exact measurements. If you, I think I used 56 grams of caustic soda with 150 grams of water, I'm guessing. I don't really remember the exact measurements, and 400 grams of oil. So that gave us a nice half a kg batch of soap, and so there's a bit of mixing, blending, all of that. I didn't use a blender today because we wanted it a little slow. I didn't want it to suddenly become soap and then you're like, okay, we don't have enough to go with. So I added a red clay, a bunch of red clay into it, like a couple of teaspoons, and peppermint oil, peppermint essential oil.
Okay.
So it's like a nice refreshing bath for somebody with oily skin.
So that becomes hard.
That will set over the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So then then you unmold it. Like what I used today were the molds to give
All
that
right,
little
yes.
design element, and just generally it's more attractive, especially if I mean, this soap was not for children, but if you make soaps for children, they really like the different colors, designs. For them, it has to be a fun thing, right?
But it's the same components.
The 3 things that you use, what changes is the oils you use, what changes are the ingredients you use. So if let's say instead of water I'd used milk, or I'd compensated some of the water with milk, then you come up with a milk soap. So milk and lavender is an excellent combination for babies.